Well, I'm just going to type a message in there. Link.
Hello, and welcome to the 13th Annual Top 10 Freshmen Ceremony. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate this year's Top 10 Freshmen. My name is Natalie Long, and I'm an academic advisor here on campus. I may have advised several of you over my 6 months here. But I just have had the pleasure of getting to know these top 10 freshmen over the last several months, and I can say that they're truly an amazing group of students. They're high achievers, they're leaders inside and outside of the classroom, they set high standards for themselves, and they are continually exceeding expectations. They're just astounding, and on behalf of all NEO staff and faculty, you guys rock. You're just really incredible. You are. So before we get too far into the program, I do want to say some thank yous. Thank you to the family and friends of these top 10 students. Success doesn't happen in a bubble, and you guys have all played a huge role, and you're very much appreciated. I can tell you from my conversations with them, you are noted and appreciated. Thank you to the administration of NEO for helping this be possible. Thank you to our selection committee members for this year, Cheryl Mowdy, Elsie Grover, and Dr. Tatiana Taylor, who had the daunting task of selecting the top 10 out of our amazing applicant pool. Thank you also to all presidential partners. Without them, programs like this wouldn't be possible. And thank you to the NEO IT department and PR department for recording this and documenting this. Thank you to Sodexo for providing refreshments in the lobby. And with that, I'm going to invite Dr. Dustin Grover, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, to the stage for the administrative address.
Thank you, Natalie. And it's a good day when we get a chance to get all together. It's a little windy outside, a little warm in here, but we get to celebrate student achievement. That's always a good thing. So I appreciate the opportunity, Natalie. Enjoy these kind of experiences. Over the winter break, I read a book on leadership, and I think one of the things we're here really celebrating is the leadership of these individuals. We have 10 students here at NEO who have really exemplified the true meaning of being a student and then achieving outside of their classroom. And I really, really appreciate that. Leadership just doesn't happen. My assumption is many of you showed up on the campus back in the fall of 2020, right? With already a lot of leadership qualities. But I also believe that many of our faculty and staff really related to these students and gave them an opportunity to develop those skills as they were here. So I want to take a quick second to give a round of applause to all of the faculty and staff that are in the room and decided to attend today. Now, the reason you guys are all here is that, number one, you were great academic achievers. That's number one. But you also did a lot outside the classroom. And as I looked over the list, livestock judging team, soccer team, honors program, PTK, wrestling, band, esports, basketball, a pre-engineering major, PTA major. Guys, it's not easy being a student who then is going to some other function and then still having to turn in a English paper the next day or something in science. Those things aren't easy. Would you agree, Mr. Harper? As they call you Big Sexy, right? So I would just say from the administration, we really value those experiences. On our campus, we really honor those types of students who want to take that extra step. They exemplify, as I said before, leaders on our campus, and I think that's really, really special. So we are extremely proud of you. Congratulations, and once again, as you take your next step, here's what I would challenge all of you to do. Number one, continue your growth as leaders, because our society is in desperate need of great leadership. And then the second thing I'd tell you is be a great ambassador of NEO. As you go on, cheer us, sponsor us, be beholden to what we've kind of offered you and what these faculty and staff. Once again, congratulations. Go NEO.
Thank you, Dr. Grover. We appreciate what you and the administration of NEO do for us every day. I'd like to now invite Leah Evans, one of this year's top 10 honorees, to the stage. She's going to have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Kelsey Weiniger. Kelsey Weiniger grew up in Commerce, Oklahoma, and is a proud Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College alumna. While studying natural sciences at NEO, Kelsey was named a Phi Theta Kappa Coca-Cola Scholar, became a member of NEO's 2013-2014 Top 10 Freshman, was elected Homecoming Queen, and participated as a member of the NEO dance team. Kelsey also received the Top Graduate Award for the School of Agriculture and Natural Sciences upon completion of her Associates of Science degree in 2014. Kelsey went on to receive her Bachelor of Science in Human Sciences from Oklahoma State University and Master of Health Sciences in Physician Assistant Studies from the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine, where she was named the top graduate of the OUPA program. She previously served as a primary care provider in internal medicine pediatrics and is currently practicing urgent care medicine in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
All right, thank you for that introduction. Good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be back at NEO for the Freshman Top 10 Ceremony. What a privilege to be able to speak to you all tonight. Congratulations to the 10 students receiving this award. This is not only an academic distinction, but also a merit that takes into consideration your leadership and involvement on campus and in the community. Be proud of yourselves. You are the best of the best, and you have put in a lot of hard work to get here. Before we go any further, I'd like to talk about NEO for a minute. NEO is like home to me. As my mom reminded me when I was making the speech, my whole family went to NEO, and it's where I started my college career. It's here that I made lifelong friends, and here where I got the mentorship that I needed. At large universities, you just don't make the same connections that we do here. You can't simply raise your hand in class and ask a question to the instructor when you're in an auditorium of 250 students. NEO has been so good to me in countless ways. With my first job, I had a poster with my educational background on it in the lobby. Associate's degree from NEO, bachelor's from OSU, master's from OU. I can't tell you how many people, coworkers, patients, they came up to me and said, "Wow, you went to NEO? Me too. I knew I liked you." I can't even make that up. No offense, OSU and OU, but it's NEO that makes me cool. As a freshman top 10, always be proud to say that you're with the start at NEO. My name is Kelsey Weiner. I'm a 2014 graduate of the 2013 top 10 freshman. I'm now a physician assistant, and I was asked to speak to you tonight on a topic regarding mental health. For those of you that don't know what a physician assistant is, a PA provides healthcare to patients. The role of a PA really depends on what setting they work in. I spent 2 years in primary care seeing patients for any healthcare problem, including mental health. In fact, 70% of patient visits involve mental health problems like stress, anxiety, depression. 7 out of 10 patient visits are about mental health concerns. That's a lot, and it became a big part of my job. During those mental health visits, I worked with the patient to identify the problem, the factors that contributed to the problem, and we developed a plan to fix the problem, whether it be counseling or medication. So when I was brainstorming ideas for this talk, I thought to myself, well, we're all battling this stupid, depressing pandemic that's literally never ending. But what else are these students going through? If they're anything like I was, they're overachievers that are neglecting themselves. They're putting their academic success first and their mental health last. They will not let anything get in their way to reach their goal. So I think we need to talk about self-care. So what is self-care? I found a definition that I really liked. Self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness. A condensed version of the definition. Self-care is protecting your happiness. Why is this important? Why does your happiness need protection? Your happiness needs protection because you're at risk of your happiness being stolen as an overachiever. It makes sense if you think about it. You didn't become a top 10 freshman accidentally. You weren't walking in front of the cafeteria, you slipped and fell on a banana, and then boom, Rachel Lloyd showed up. You're the chosen one. That's not how it happened. You're here tonight because you're an overachiever. You likely have poor work-life balance. That's how it goes with us overachievers. You sacrificed your sleep to complete assignments, to study. You sacrificed your free time with family and friends. You've taken on the stress of going to college, and then you add on a little bit more stress to be an exceptional student. You've sacrificed your well-being to be successful. I'm here tonight to remind you that your mental health is just as important as your academic success. So other than being a PA and seeing patients for mental health, what do I know about self-care? I know that I am the worst at self-care. I was the worst at self-care as a student, and then the worst at self-care as being a PA. So flashback to 2020, I was working as a PA in my first job when the pandemic first started. I was single, living alone, away from my family, not exercising, not sleeping, long hours at work, all night on Facebook and Instagram, and literally eating croutons and Diet Dr. Pepper for dinner. Winning. Actually, I was stressed, exhausted, not happy. Even though my career had just begun, after all of those years of school, I was already burnt to a crisp. All I could think was, why did I sacrifice so much of my life to get to this place? And that's a tough pill to swallow. It's at that slow point that my now husband, Dylan, reintroduced the concept of self-care. Had my mom told me? Yes. Did I listen? No. When Dylan reintroduced self-care, I was immediately annoyed. Of course I knew about self-care. I preached it to every patient every day. That makes me the expert. But I myself do not have time for such a thing. So he persisted, and he decided to give me, one of those silly challenges. He challenged me to start walking, to eat healthier, to set boundaries at work, to get more sleep. I was again really annoyed, but I thought I'm going to give this a shot for a week, just to prove him wrong. In total spite, I even sent videos of myself doing the things he asked me to do. Walking in the evening, cooking a healthy dinner, preparing my lunches for work. I think he didn't think I'd actually go through with a healthy cooking thing, so he even ordered HelloFresh for me, just to put it for my doorstep. I put up a fight on this self-care thing. I really did. I was stubborn. It was hard for me to wrap my mind around it. Why would I change my behavior? If neglecting myself time and time again got me to a place of success. The obvious answer is that I was miserable, but it still took some convincing to give the self-care thing a shot. And sure enough, the guy was right. Darn it. I had more energy. I felt happier. My days went smoother, and I felt like a better PA. All by doing those silly, small tasks day after day. It doesn't seem like those small tasks will make any difference at all, but they do. They are very important. They are crucial for your mental health. Today, I'm still no self-care ninja, but I've come a long way from where I once was. So how can you implement this into your life? How in the world are you going to have time for self-care? The whole I don't have time for self-care thing, just a reminder that as the average American, we spend like 4 hours on our phone every day. So cruising Facebook and Instagram, that is not a count of self-care. Come to find out, in fact, social media is detrimental to your mental health. Studies show time and time again, the more time we're on social media, the more likely we are to have depression and anxiety. That sucks because we're all addicted, so we got to work on that. So take the challenge that I took. Take 10 minutes of Facebook time every day and spend it walking. We know that walking improves our energy and mood and lowers our stress level. However, do not cruise Facebook while walking. This is crucial, okay? It's tempting, but don't do it. Instead, during your walk, I want you to practice a thing called mindfulness. Mindfulness is a Japanese technique where you clear your thoughts and you focus on your present environment, the trees, sun, wind, birds, for example. You can control your thoughts. Although this is difficult at first, the more you practice controlling your thoughts, the easier it gets. It's your thoughts or your inner monologue to yourself that then leads to your emotions. Your emotions then lead to your behavior. So thoughts lead to emotions, which leads to behavior. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, the power of your thoughts. For example, if I'm having negative, dreadful thoughts about all the studying I have to do, it's going to lead me to feel stressed and down, and that's going to provoke me to binge on croutons if I ever. We can completely redirect this cycle by changing our underlying thought process. So, a great time to practice is during your daily mindfulness. Studies show that practicing just 10 minutes of mindfulness a day lowers your stress levels and improves your well-being. Telling you to take a 10-minute walk a day and think only about the environment really sounds stupid, I know, but again, we know that it works. We know that it's crucial to invest in our mental health. So other examples of self-care we've all heard and likely ignored: eating healthy food, drinking more water, sleeping more, dedicating time for friends and family, spending time in prayer. We've all heard it from our moms, we've all ignored her, but give it a shot. This is not a list of all the things you can do for self-care, but it's a place to start. Doing small acts of self-care day after day don't sound profound and they aren't rocket science, but they will protect your happiness. I so badly wish that I would have started doing these things sooner. Because at the end of the day, what is the point of being successful if your happiness is stolen? Self-care is an investment in your mental health, and it's a way to protect your happiness. Sometimes we may still find ourselves in a bad mental health situation, overcome with stress, anxiety, or depression. Sometimes we need more help. Self-care is like watering your mental health garden, but sometimes we need to call in an expert to do the landscaping. Despite the watering, the flowers are still dying. It's time to call the expert. So when is it time to reach out? It's time to reach out when your life is being impaired, when your stress is hindering your relationships, your happiness, your goals, your work. That's when you know it's time to reach out. People you can reach out to include mental health counselor, your primary care provider, a psychiatrist. There are even apps on your phone where you can do virtual appointments with counseling. It is very important to let your friends and loved ones know what you're going through so they can give you love and support, encouragement. But just so you know, they're probably not trained in mental health. You really do need to go to a professional to get the help that you need to overcome the situation. To date, I've never had a patient that regretted reaching out about their mental health. Not one. Water your mental health garden with self-care and call in the landscape expert when you need it. I thank you all so much for having me tonight and for allowing me to speak to you about mental health and self-care. Congratulations again to the NEO Top 10 Freshmen. But remember that taking care of your mental health is just as important as your academic success. I wish you all the best on your self-care journeys to protect your happiness along the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. It's such an important reminder, especially for our high achieving students, that we need to take care of ourselves and prioritize that. I would now like to invite to the stage Dr. Dustin Gerber and our Coordinator of Institutional Research, Rachel Lloyd, for the presentation of Top 10 medallions and certificates. And as they come to the stage, I'd like to let you all know how the Top 10 became the Top 10. In order to even apply for this honor, these students had to complete at least 24 credit hours with a minimum GPA of 3.25. And once they met those requirements, once they met those requirements, they went through the process of applying, they went through the process of submitting letters of recommendation, they went through the process of submitting transcripts and participating in a leadership-based e-course. All of those responses were then collected and presented to our selection committee, and through blind vote, these students that sit before you today were selected. They truly exemplify dedication to leadership and academic excellence. And with that, I'm going to ask Erin if we can dim the house lights, and we will start with our first honoree, Camilo. Danilo is a physical education major from Guarulhos, Brazil. Although far from home, Danilo has created a strong network of extended family through his involvement on campus. Danilo is a member of the NEO men's soccer team, where he serves as a leader and role model for his teammates. Balancing commitments inside and outside the classroom, he has maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout his time at NEO and is involved in planning and implementing activities for students on campus. Danilo also serves as a mentor for first-year students through his work with the NEO Gold program and often helps new international students acclimate through his work with Elizabeth Fleece and the International Student Program. Danilo is an active member of the Christian Student Fellowship. In her letter of recommendation for Danilo, Elizabeth Fleece, Student Activity Coordinator, wrote, Danilo excels at supervising, guiding, and motivating teammates. Easily identifying and suggesting solutions to any road bumps the team encounters, he is a natural leader and problem solver.
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for being here and be part of this amazing moment. My name is Danilo Camilo. I'm from Guarulhos, São Paulo, Brazil. And in my neighborhood, if I say I'm going to start abroad, people are going to say, man, you are crazy. I have this idea of that. But I'm happy to prove them wrong. I'd like to thank God, my family, and friends who have always supported and believed me. And also, all the NEO staff that makes me feel at home, even though I'm thousands of miles away from it. I found NEO more than the meaning of college, but a good place to be, to connect with new people and develop myself, not being only a great student, but also a better person. For sure, this is an amazing moment, one of my favorites. I have put a lot of effort for this, and understand I haven't made it by myself. I am the result of all the experience and people that have been through my life, and I appreciate all the motivation, knowledge, and good moments I have received from my advisors, teachers, coach, teammates, and church. It's just so many names to mention that if I would say all of them, I would have to call this a podcast. But you guys know I love all of you. In conclusion, I'm happy to be here, surrounded by amazing people, for being able to represent where I'm from, and I also would like to finish with a phrase that had a huge impact in my life. Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I'm glad for taking mine. I also would like to congrats all the other students that are on the top freshmen. Congrats guys, you made it. And also, I'd like to say something in Portuguese. Obrigado mãe, obrigado pai, eu não estaria aqui se não fosse vocês. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Next up is Caitlyn Cloud. Caitlyn Cloud is a general agriculture major from Carthage, Missouri. Whether on or off campus, Caitlyn's desire to lead and inspire those around her is obvious. Through her work with the NEO Livestock Judging Team, Collegiate Farm Bureau, Agriculture Society, and new chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, Caitlyn uses her time at NEO to continuously push herself to new heights. Caitlyn also serves as a junior board member of the American Junior Simmental Society, where she enjoys fostering a passion for the livestock industry and the next generation of young agricultural professionals. When home, Caitlyn makes time to volunteer at the Carthage Senior Center, teach Sunday school, and help with her church's nursery. In her letter of recommendation for Caitlyn, Dr. Mary Booth, Agriculture Department Chair, wrote, I am confident that Caitlyn will be successful at anything she chooses to do. She is an intelligent, passionate agricultural advocate with natural leadership skills who leaves a positive imprint on our livestock industry.
Thank you, Natalie. That's really a hard act to follow, but I'm truly, honestly, very blessed to have made these connections, and my time here at NEO has been second to none. But most importantly, I'd like to first off by start thanking the ag department. They have truly made it feel like a second home to me. Dr. Booth has definitely been a second mom to not only me, but all the kids within the agriculture department. Brittany is a great place to go and hang out between classes and constantly give you advice. Allison, she instills her passion of agriculture into anybody she meets, but also within us kids. Kevin, just for being Kevin. And then I'd like to thank my coach, for not only believing in me whenever I don't believe in myself, but pushing me to get out of my comfort zone whenever I need it the most. And then my family, my mom, my dad, and my two sisters for constantly supporting me and making sure I get to the greatest achievements I can. And then my bestest friends and my teammates for not only being my biggest fans, but also celebrating my highest achievements. I'm very thankful for my time here at NEO, and this is a great honor, and I just want to congratulate everyone else because this is awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Caitlyn. Our next honoree is Leah Evans. Leah Evans is an elementary education major from Miami, Oklahoma. Dedication and integrity are words that are often used to describe Leah's approach to education and life. Leah is involved in many organizations across campus, including the Baptist Collegiate Ministry, where she dedicates time each week to helping with lunch service, and the Honors Program, where she served as the 2021 Homecoming Representative and co-led a service project centered around helping local nursing home residents. Leah has maintained a 4.0 GPA and has been named to the President's Honor Roll each semester of her college career. Leah is also very active in her local community, devoting time and energy outside of school to helping with youth ministries at her church. In her letter of recommendation for Leah Evans, Keely Adams, Success Center Coordinator, wrote, "Leah is a helpful, caring student who puts others first and always goes above and beyond to make a difference. She will make a remarkable teacher one day, and I know she will have a positive impact on every life she touches."
Wow, that was so nice. I don't know where Keely's at, but thank you. Wow, sorry. I just want to thank my family and my friends for being here. I feel silly crying. Thank you for being my support and being here for me. I'm so grateful for NEO, and I'm from Miami. So I didn't really leave that far, and most of my friends in high school, they all decided to go further, and I was like, oh, I'm going to NEO. But now I'm like, oh, I went to NEO. I'm so grateful for NEO. It's the best stepping point I think I've taken, and I hope it just continues to go up from here. And I'd like to thank the faculty and staff. They're all smiling faces, help me with whatever I need. And again, I'm so thankful for NEO and for everyone that's helped me. I also like to thank my church family and the VCM for also praying with me and supporting me and helping me through everything to get me to this point. So thank you very much.
Our next honoree is River Priya from Commerce, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Is a general studies major. Examples of her leadership and involvement reach all the way back to her high school career, where River built a foundation of hard work and perseverance. Dedication to her studies and consistent self-cultivation made River a top choice to receive the Academic Scholarship, an honor she has carried from her freshman year to sophomore year at NEO. Although River struggled with her health throughout her freshman year, she never gave up. She has maintained a 4.0 GPA and has been named to the President's Honor Roll each semester. She's an active member of the new chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, and her tenacity and confidence are an inspiration to her fellow students. In her letter of recommendation for River, LaShawna Power, social sciences instructor, wrote, "River is a driven student who has maintained a 4.0 GPA at NEO and is a Phi Beta Kappa member, and has twice received the Academic Scholarship. Despite ongoing health issues, River has prioritized academics and has proven to be an interested and curious student."
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending our Freshman Top 10 ceremony. I would first like to thank my amazing family and boyfriend for all of their support through everything I've been through this past year. It's been a struggle and something none of us were expecting, but I truly don't know where I'd be without your support, so thank you. I would also like to give a huge thank you to the committee that thought I was worthy of an award like this, including anyone who vouched for me. It is truly an honor and such a great achievement to accomplish something of this degree. I put in a lot of time and effort in my studies, and I'm glad it's paying off. I am very thankful for the time I've spent here at NEO, and I'm very excited for the future. This is only the start, and again, I'm so thankful to have received this opportunity, so thank you. Thank you, and go NEO.
Our next honoree is Christopher Harper. Christopher Harper is a general studies major from Mandam, Oklahoma. An enthusiastic learner and friend to all, Christopher brings an impressive level of intensity to everything he does. From tutoring in the NEO Tutoring Center to being named Mr. NEO Spirit in 2020, Christopher's commitments across campus center around academic engagement and raising campus morale. As a member of the honors program, Christopher has served as a student body government representative, service project co-organizer, and 2020 homecoming escort. He's an active member of the new chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, a student ambassador, a member of the NEO wrestling team. Outside of school, Christopher devotes his time to participating in his church community and has aspirations to become a preacher and a teacher one day. In his letter of recommendation for Christopher, Dr. David Loving, history and geography instructor, wrote, "Chris brings a really fun and positive energy to the classroom. He participates enthusiastically, does good work, and asks good questions." I know that's true. He has already completed the NEO honors program, but continues to take honors courses because he enjoys the challenge and in-depth coursework.
Well, my job as president would say, thank you very much. I would just like to thank everybody who's here today. It's really, really important to have all of your support. Without all of your support, none of us 10 would have made it where we've made it so far. I'd like to thank all those that helped me with my mental health issues. I'd like to thank those who have stood behind me, helped me academically, like Dr. Loving, for example. He is a great teacher. Dr. Dykeman's a great teacher. Ms. Powers is a great teacher. All my teachers are great teachers. They have made such an important impact on my life, and without them, I would have not made it this far. And yes, I do like to ask a lot of questions. It's important to ask questions. Just ask my dad. He always just tells me to shut up. Well, thank you all for being here, and have a blessed day.
Our next honoree is Atlantis Moran. Atlantis Murray is a general studies major from Grove, Oklahoma. While at NEO, Atlantis has received multiple foundation scholarships and is an active member of the NEO marching band, where she is committed to mentoring her fellow students and serves as the woodwind section leader. Although her freshman year took a turn toward the unexpected when she experienced a debilitating injury just days before classes started, Atlantis has remained positive, kind, and focused throughout her time at NEO. Staff, faculty, and students have been consistently impressed by Atlantis' patience and ability to stay upbeat. Atlantis has used the experiences in her life to inspire her choice to study physical therapy at the University of Oklahoma after she graduates from NEO. In her letter of recommendation for Atlantis, Jennifer Walker, speech instructor and former director of the NEO Foundation, wrote, "Atlantis has been one of the best students I have encountered while teaching at NEO. I found her to be well-rounded, focused, dedicated, and very driven. I have no doubt she will go very far in life. She is the kind of Norseman that will represent our college well."
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start by thanking Natalie Long and anyone who was involved in making the ceremony possible. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected as one of the top 10 freshmen. It is truly an honor to receive this award along with these outstanding peers. NEO has made a life-changing impact in my life. It has introduced me to a family I will never forget. Professors and other faculty know you by name and are involved in decisions you make. I would like to thank Adam Compton for keeping me on my toes and for being not only an incredible band director, but friend. I would also like to thank Jennifer Walker for being an amazing speech teacher and for actually encouraging me to apply for top 10 freshmen. But also, the ladies over at Student Support Services have honestly been my college moms, and I know that I can run to them for help. Being a first-generation college student, and they've already helped tremendously. So thank you, Donnie, Bobby, Julie, and Whitney for everything. Now, I would like to take a moment and thank the two people who raised me the past 20 years. Thank you to my parents, Ariana and Joe, for pushing me to be the best person I can be and for never giving up on me. Los amo con todo mi corazón y gracias por ser los mejores papás del mundo. I didn't want to cry. Thank you to my little brother Joe for your strength and courage. It inspires me every day to live life to the fullest. And you're the reason I want to be a physical therapist someday, and I love you for it. And last but not least, thank you to my boyfriend Pedro. Thank you for always sticking with me and for being my partner and cheerleader. I love you more than words can explain. Thank you again, NEO, and to the committee that have chosen the top 10 freshmen for this award. And congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Murphy Mulvaney. Murphy Mulvaney is a pre-engineering and natural science double major from Monkey Island, Oklahoma. With a plethora of commitments both on and off campus, Murphy balances school and life very well. On campus, Murphy is a valued classmate, active member of the New Chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, and a student body government representative of Behavioral Sciences Clubs. Murphy also devotes time to tutoring for the INEO Tutoring Center, as well as participating in and helping his fellow teammates on the INEO esports team. Off campus, Murphy serves his community as a licensed EMT and volunteer firefighter, and in 2021, Murphy was named Monkey Island Fire Department Volunteer of the Year. In her letter of recommendation for Murphy, Jessica Robinson, physics instructor, wrote, "Murphy is an excellent student. He always participates in class by answering questions, asking questions, etc. He is friendly with everyone and everyone enjoys him. He is an ideal student."
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you to everybody here, everybody that put this together, everybody that had any part in this process. I just want to also say thank you to the Lord. I thank you, God. Thank you. Just 3 years ago, I couldn't imagine myself being where I am right now. So much has gone on between then and now. My first semester here, I wasn't initially thought I was good at math, and then I'm not a speaking person, but I just wanted to say non-traditional student, it's a tough road. I was 9 years out of high school when I started this, and so many people have helped nudge me, not necessarily in any certain direction, but just to keep going. That's the hardest part of just life, really, sometimes. And that is where mental health does come in. Anyway, I was initially good at math in high school. I thought I was gonna just be able to breeze through school, that it would be simple, because it kind of was before without me even trying. But 9 years out of high school, I had to drop out of I dropped algebra to pick up trade because I thought I was so good at it. Mr. Baldridge was, yeah, go ahead, do it. Whether that was exaggeration or whatever, we all know him. I want to thank him for encouraging me to continue my math skills. I had to drop trade though, because 9 years out of high school is kind of tough. So I kind of backtracked a little bit. So I have to thank Ms. Patterson for showing me that it's okay to say that you've bitten off more than you can chew, and just kind of take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Then I kind of had a major crisis because, hey, great at math? No, terrible at math. What do I need to do? So in the light of that, I want to thank Dr. Hyde for helping me express myself on paper better. And that, it's good to try new things and see where life takes you. And out of this major crisis, I want to thank Mr. Dixon for helping me sort out my thoughts and weigh my career options and pros and cons and all that. Still within my first semester, I want to thank a former teacher, Mr. Cullen. He pushed me, he made me realize that I was just a C student, because midterm, my first semester, I was making just about C's, maybe a B, I think. So I want to thank him for basically waking me up, saying, hey, do more, as you can. I want to thank my church and fire station. They comfort me, they push me out of my comfort zone at the same time, they just push my limits. It's kind of a balancing act, but they do a great job. I want to thank my parents for staying with me, sticking with me. There's been some tough years, and they just care so much about me, and I can't thank them enough for all they do. I wouldn't be here without your continued support, Mom and Dad. I love you. Thank you all.
Our next honoree is Elizabeth Scott. Elizabeth Scott is a biology major from Scammon, Kansas. Highly motivated and driven, Elizabeth is leaving her marks on INEO and in her community. She's an active member of the New Chapter of Phi Beta Kappa and a proud student contributor to NEO Aggie Days. Through her participation in the honors program, Elizabeth was able to create a research project based on wheat planting methods. Not only did this research project showcase her academic ability, but it exemplified her long-term thinking and desire to understand her field in a real-life context. Elizabeth has maintained a 4.0 GPA and has consistently been named to the President's Honor Roll. In her community, Elizabeth helps with youth ministries at her church and participates annually as a Thanksgiving basket drive organizer. In her letter of recommendation, Dr. Mary Booth, Agriculture Department Chair, wrote, Elizabeth is an impressive and talented young lady that has been a joy to have in class and as part of our NEO Agriculture Department. As Elizabeth heads home to farm after NEO, she will be a leader and influencer in production agriculture for generations to come.
So thank you all for being here. I'd like to start out by thanking my family. They always believed in me and constantly pushed me to be a better person and work hard to achieve my goals. They're always pushing me and making me do things that I don't want to do. So I'd also like to say thank you to the Agriculture Department at NEO. Allison, Mary, Kevin, Brittany, and Connor have all been incredible mentors and helped me move forward my life with ambition. NEO has expanded my knowledge in the agricultural field and helped me prepare for my future career. One of my favorite experiences while in school here has been helping with the Aggie Days contest that the Ag Department hosts. I've also enjoyed working in the school's new greenhouse for my research projects with Allison Anderson. To be a recipient of this award is such an honor. I would like to show my appreciation to the committee that made the decision. I couldn't have accomplished this without my family and the Ag teachers at NEO. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Andrea Smith. Andrea Smith is a medical laboratory technician major from Fayetteville, Arkansas. As a mother of two and full-time first-generation student, Andrea has a lot to balance, and she does so incredibly well. She has maintained a 4.0 GPA pre- and post-acceptance to the medical laboratory technician program, and is an active member of the new chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, as well as the medical laboratory technician club on campus. From organizing women's shelter fundraisers to participating in holiday events, Andrea is heavily involved in her community as well. She is motivated to be a role model for her two sons and have an impact on the lives and health of others. In her letter of recommendation for Andrea, LaShawna Powers, social science instructor, wrote, Andrea's academic career, I believe, showcases her grit and determination to create a better life for her and her family. In addition to maintaining an A average at NEO, Andrea is an active community leader, particularly in areas related to children and families. Andrea represents the best in our non-traditional students.
Thank you. First, I would like to start by thanking both Mitzi and Bethany from the MLT program. I am so appreciative to them. They have really helped me through this process and helped me to find what I believe to be what I am supposed to do in life. And also to Ms. Powers for being an excellent mentor. Next to my mother, who has been my biggest support system through my entire life. I'm so sorry. So my mom, Nita, thank you for always being there for us. To my dad, Terry, for showing me what hard work and determination really look like. And my husband, Austin, who is my best friend and believes in me even when I don't believe in myself. And all of my family has just been incredible. And finally, to my kids, Isaac and Logan, I've heard you back there this entire time. But everything I do is so that one day, hopefully, you'll be proud to call me your mom. But thank you.
Our final honoree for the evening is Barbara Tarkov. Barbara is a business administration major from Zagreb, Croatia. Whether on the basketball court, in the classroom, or off campus, wherever you meet Barbara, she will have a bright smile and kind words for you. Barbara is a starting member of the NEO women's basketball team, where she commits time and effort to helping her teammates and being the best player she can be. On campus, she has volunteered at the NEO Library and is an active member of the new chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, where she served as the 2021 homecoming representative. Living so far from home can be challenging, but Barbara is driven to succeed and is greatly inspired by her mother, siblings, and extended family. Barbara knows the importance of building community and often helps organize and promote student activities for her fellow students. She also takes joy in helping first-year students navigate the college process through her work with the NEO Gold program. In his letter of recommendation for Barbara, Calvin Becker, business instructor, wrote, "Barbara is a top-level student who completes all of her work and continually sets curves for the class. What is amazing about this young lady is that she does this all while being a starter on the basketball team and holding down 2 jobs on campus. She has never let any hurdle be too big. She always finds a way over them."
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. Oh, wait. I don't know if I'm too emotional, but I'm trying. It is indeed a fortunate thing to happen when a person is called upon to say thank you, because it means that he or she has a lot to be grateful for. It is my humble opinion that thank you is a simple way of saying that I'm happy for how much you believe in me and the way you all support me. I would like to sincerely thank you for all that you have done to make me feel at home. Big thanks to my coaches, Coach John and Coach Jones, who are here for me from the day I stepped on this campus. They believe more in me than I have ever believed myself, and I'm so thankful for that. Also, big thanks to my advisors, my team, my people. I'm sorry. My people from work, my friends, and everyone else in this community who helped achieve these things here. And for the end, big thanks to my brothers and sisters who are watching this live right now. And I want to let them know that they play a big role in my life, even though they're so far away from me. And my mom is my biggest support in my life, and without her, who knows where I will be. And that's why I would like to say something encouraging to her, because she doesn't speak English. Mamica moja, hvala ti na svemu, sva podrška i tvoje riječi uvijek me utješe i daju snagu da težim biti još bolja i da nikada ne odustajem. Volim te puno i hvališ mi. Thank you so much.
Well, I think you all can agree that this is an amazing group of students. This does conclude our 13th annual Top 10 Freshman Ceremony. We are so proud of you all. I do want to let everyone here know that there will be refreshments provided. There's also an backdrop if you guys want to take some fun pictures in front of Odin out there. Stay, mingle, enjoy each other's company. That does conclude everything. I do want to let all honorees, any presidential partners, Dr. Grover, Kelsey, Rachel, anybody involved, would you please stay for a group picture? But other than that, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
I'm sure we'll always take a picture too. When she's done.